Hi, this is Shannon Grimm with Shannon Grimm and Partners at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Today we're just going to kind of go over why we actually have preferred vendors and what that means for you, the buyer or the seller. So the reason that we pick the preferred vendors that we pick is not because of something they're doing for us in return. We actually like to get something for the client, whether it be a discount on carpeting because we sent them to someone, or just knowing that we can trust the person we've sent them to.
And we've worked with them in the past. We know we can rely on them. They do a great service for our clients because actually that's really our main focus.
Yep. And then like with lenders, we make sure that the lenders work the same hours we do, which is 7 days a week. And
that's the biggest deal in my book is people that are willing to work, nights, mornings, Saturdays, Sundays, because I know that's when this job takes place. That's when people are seeing houses. That's when offers are written. That's when
our deadlines are.
That's when our deadlines are, and we need last minute changes or a last minute pre-approval letter. We need someone who's going to get us across the finish line. And it's not just during the shopping process with a lender. It's throughout the entire contract period. If something needs changed, or if we have the appraisal comes back too low, when we have someone that's willing to work with us, then and there and get things done, it keeps it on track, and that's how it gets us across the finish line. That's how we get people into homes.
And another big area where we like to be able to refer someone to the buyer is when they're shopping at new construction. So for us, new construction, you're never going to get a discount if you're not using an agent. And if you are, it's because they don't want an agent to actually know that you're buying with them, because they don't want the agent's eyes on their homes. So that's why someone isn't going to allow an agent to represent you. But if they're willing to allow an agent to represent you, it's because they put it in their cost of their homes, right? So they know how many people have an agent work with them. They divide that up, and that's like already built into the cost. There's no additional cost to you. So we just like to make sure that you're aware of what the options are.
Well, our purpose in the whole home building situation, when it's a transaction like that, is to have safeguards in place for the buyer. We are there to look at the contract to make sure that they're not putting something over on the buyer, that they're not sending out an addendum that is covering their behind, but not the buyers.
Well, and that's why we're working with the preferred vendors too.
Yep, and that's
so
why
the preferred reps.
That's why we have those reps that are a little bit more upfront with us, that we can communicate easily with, because there are some that give a bad name to the industry that will do that.
Well, and it's all part of just making the whole transaction run smooth, because we're like one cog in that wheel, but we work with others that get us all to the closing table.
Exactly.